needs.
Brett Hudson.
Speaker, I rise in opposition to this bill, and what can you say about it? It's a bill that is long on promises, very short on detail, and very, very slow in actually any form of delivery at all. If we look at the bill and its substance, if I can stretch the meaning of that term to its fullest possible extent, the bill is going to hang around for 12 months before something has to be done once it's enacted. Then MB will take 6 months to create a standard, and then finally 18 months after enaction, some houses might be required to have some level of insulation. We don't know yet, because that's another part I'll get to. So within 3 years, I think we've heard calculations tonight that would suggest that maybe if the House were gracious enough to permit this bill to pass through all stages, about 30,000 homes may have met whatever that standard of insulation is in the 3-year time period. In the same time period, under the changes this government is currently putting into place, there will be 180,000 homes. 180,000 rental homes that are not currently insulated that will be. 6 times as many. 6 times as many. This is a government that takes real pragmatic action. That's an opposition that promises a whole lot, has no substance behind the promise, but does make a whole lot of promises we don't know how they're going to back up. So let's get to that, because the substance, such as it is, there is no standard at all in this bill, not one. Not for insulation, not for ventilation, not a single standard. There is a promise that they will have MB, the Ministry of Business, Innovation and Employment, create standards. And what's more, one only has to read the wording of the bill, that they are creating standards. So they're not standards that exist today. MB is going to create and publish a standard. There are no minimums. There are no specifications. There is absolutely nothing in this bill that can give anyone any confidence other than the confidence we have in MB on this side. Nothing that can give the public any confidence as to the specifications and level of those standards. But on the positive, because there is a positive in this bill. In fact, in the reading of the bill from the opposition, from the Leader of the Opposition tonight, the real positive is that putting a bill forward with this wording, the Leader of the Opposition has just expressed his utmost confidence in the Ministry of Business, Innovation and Employment to get it right. And that's one thing that we can absolutely agree with him with. But he might want to have a chat to his colleague, Dr. David Clark, because I sit on the Commerce Select Committee with Dr. Clark, and Dr. Clark has clearly shown that he doesn't have that confidence in MB, Mr. Speaker. So he might want to have a chat to his colleague, because the Leader of the Opposition is claiming that MB, you can rely on MB, I don't need to set some standards, MB will get this right. Once again, the Labor Party put up a members' bill, long on promises, short on detail. They're asking this House and the public to believe them. Well, at the last count, at the last poll, less than 28% of the country were prepared to believe what he says. Mr. Speaker, I oppose this bill.
Kevin Haig.